What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trades and Gains. I'm your host, Max Pitts. And have you ever noticed that we are starting to celebrate AI chatbots anniversaries the way that we would celebrate a child's birthday? Well, guess what? We got a anniversary coming up for everybody's favorite. I don't even know what to call him, Mr. Sam Altman. ChatGPT turns 3 this week. That's 3 years old, which, by the way, explains why it talks so much and keeps asking for feedback. But in those 3 years, it didn't just start the AI boom, it bailed out the entire US stock market like a Silicon Valley babysitter. Let's break down what this means for the markets, what it means for the future, and what it's been able to accomplish in the last 3 years, despite the fact that, well, let's be honest, some people just don't like it. In 2022, the stock market looked a lot like Times Square after the ball drops. There was just trash everywhere, and everyone was hungover or doing their walk of shame back to their studio apartment. Now, in that time, we had inflation raging, we had the Fed hiking like Powell was training for Ninja Warrior, we had tech stocks down 40 to 70%. And when we're talking about that, think Nvidia, Meta, Palantir, they were down 70% almost. Apple stock fell almost 30%, and Google fell almost 40%. Meta was worthless and basically about as profitable as a Chipotle franchise at that time, and Palantir was more like Palantirs for its investors. And then OpenAI drops a 6-sentence announcement on November 30th of 2022. Not a keynote, not a superhero movie trailer, just hey, here's ChatGPT, tell us what you think. And boom, the market resurrected like it caught the Holy Spirit ETF delivered by Jesus Christ himself. Now, ChatGPT essentially became the EpiPen for the economy, that when the economy didn't know that it was allergic to peanuts and decided to try to eat them anyways. A 3-year-old chatbot is now responsible for the following: a $1 trillion market cap explosion, a nationwide data center gold rush, massive corporate hiring freezes, and a new K-shaped economy where the top half buys Nvidia stock and the bottom half buys lottery tickets hoping to change their circumstance. We built an AI revolution from a tool that started with, "Hi, I'm ChatGPT. I might be wrong. Please tell me what to fix." That's not innovation. That's just my therapist at the end of the day. Now, AI didn't just change tech, it changed everything. Investors, companies, workflows, they've all been rewired. AI didn't just create new jobs, it replaced old ones. What the fuck? No, damn it. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trades and Gains. I'm your host, Max Pitts. And have you ever noticed that we're starting to celebrate tech anniversaries like it's our own kid's birthday? Well, guess what? We have another one this week, and that is for OpenAI's ChatGPT. It turns 3 this week. Yep, 3 years old. Believe it or not. It seems like it's been around for so much longer, but it explains why it talks so much and it keeps asking for feedback on a consistent basis. But in those 3 years, it didn't just start the AI boom, it bailed out the entire US stock market like a Silicon Valley babysitter. Let's go ahead, make like some butt cheeks, and break this thing down and talk about what it's meant for the market, the economy, and more. So just think about it like this. The AI boom basically saved Wall Street's ass. In 2022, the stock market looked like Times Square after the ball drops. Trash everywhere, and everyone just walking around hungover. We had inflation raging. We had the Fed hiking like Powell was training for Ninja Warrior. We had tech stocks that were down 40 to 70%. Nvidia, Meta, Google, Amazon. Like they were all majorly down. Amazon was cut in half. Meta was worth less than a Chipotle franchise at the time. And Palantir was more like Palantirs because those investors were just crying themselves to sleep every night. And then OpenAI drops a 6 sentence announcement on November 30th of 2022. Not a keynote, not a superhero movie trailer, just hey, here's ChatGPT. Can you just tell us what you think? And boom, the market resurrected like it caught a Holy Spirit ETF that was delivered by Jesus Christ himself. Now, ChatGPT didn't just save the ass of the market, it became an EpiPen for the economy as well. A 3-year-old chatbot is responsible for the following: a $1 trillion market cap explosion, a nationwide data center gold rush, massive corporate hiring freezes, and a new K-shaped economy where the top half buys Nvidia options and the bottom half is currently buying lottery tickets hoping that it will change their circumstances. We built an AI revolution from a tool that started with, "Hi, I'm ChatGPT. I might be wrong. Please tell me what to fix." That's not innovation. That is just a therapist. Now, AI didn't just change tech, it changed everything. Investors, companies, workflows, they're all completely rewired at this point. AI didn't just come out and create new jobs, it replaced old ones. It rewrote entire departments, and it taught Americans the most important lesson. If your job can describe itself in 1 sentence, well, AI is already doing it better than you can. And now every CEO says the same thing. We're not firing workers, we're reallocating. Blah, blah, blah. Now, every CEO says the same thing. We're not firing workers, we're reallocating human capital, which is basically corporate speak for pack your things and make sure you don't steal any staplers. Now, the K shaped economy is now a K with a kick. The rich has gotten richer, the tech rich got disgustingly richer, and while the rest of the countries, they basically got Robinhood accounts and now gamble their weekly paychecks on zero date to expiration spy calls that they find on Twitter. We are in the most aggressively split economy in history. The top 20% are saying, I just made 40K on Nvidia calls. And the bottom 20% are saying, I just made spaghetti and had to use ketchup as, well, marinara sauce. That's not a boom, folks. That is a bifurcation with a side of trauma. OpenAI's, well, valuation was just weird if you think about it. Before ChatGPT, they were only worth about $14 billion. 3 years later, they're now worth a half a trillion. That's not a company, that's a crypto scam that didn't rug pull everybody and somehow worked out. There are only about 18 companies on earth that are worth more than them. And yes, one of them is Walmart, if you were wondering. So basically, OpenAI is Walmart if Walmart scanned your brain instead of your groceries. Now, the whole boom started with a product announcement that people ignored. OpenAI's original ChatGPT announcement, it was 6 sentences. No one thought like, hey, this is going to become the biggest technological revolution since the internet. We thought, oh great, another chatbot can at least tell me my horoscope or give me some good lines to use on dating apps. This is like discovering penicillin because someone left a sandwich out. Now, AI has become this self-sustaining monster. 3 years in, and the AI industry is currently building more data centers than Starbucks opens stores, consuming more electricity than some small countries, laying off entire divisions of companies, and creating more powerful monopolies that would make the Rockefellers even jealous. But hey, at least it can write poems and give you the best suggestions for food near you and date ideas. ChatGPT also turned a market crash into, well, market mania. In 2022, the market was circling the drain. By 2025, we're talking about the S&P 500 with an $8,000 forecast by a lot of major firms. We're talking trillion-dollar AI labs here. We're talking 20-year-old founders, 20-year-olds raising $1 billion in hoodies and sweatpants. And, well, Nvidia becoming the Federal Reserve for GPUs. This isn't this isn't like an economic recovery. This is an economic acid trip at this point. However, with all great things, there are the drawbacks. And guess what? AI still has people nervous today, but they keep investing in it. Even with bubble earnings and warnings, VCs are still throwing billions at 10-person AI labs. Tech giants are still buying chips like doomsday preppers buy canned beans and ramen noodles. Companies are still pretending AI will quote unquote boost productivity instead of replace Jim from accounting. We know the risks and we do it anyway. It's basically America's entire personality. Now, this anniversary is more than an anniversary. It's also a reminder. No one saw this coming. The biggest technological boom of our lifetime started with no hype, no Super Bowl ad, not Tim Cook up there looking like he's about to die and whisper one more thing. Just a little gray text box and a button. ChatGPT didn't just change tech, it jump-started a market that was down 25% and heading off of a cliff. It pulled off the greatest economic comeback since Steve Jobs returned to Apple, except this time the CEO wears fleece and tweets about AGI. Now, that's all I have for you today. I'm Max Pitts. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment your hottest take about this. Maybe we'll go over, let me know in the comments if we should cover the Chinese competitor to this, by the way. Another thing, don't forget to subscribe to Investor Central Club over on YouTube. We are currently only 225 subscribers away from 5,000. If we can get that by January 1st of 2026, one lucky subscriber on that YouTube channel will get a full year of stacks comped. That is almost $1,000 in value. And yeah, it's just a way to show that we appreciate you guys sticking with us. And this Trades and Gains channel is powered by Investor Central Club. So yeah, make sure go ahead over there, subscribe today, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna go watch Ohio State hopefully dog walk Michigan.